What's going on YouTube? And I know I'm going to sound like a hypocrite right now because I swore I would never support another Canelo fight after the atrocity that happened with Triple G 1 and the bullshit that happened with Triple G 2 against Canelo. And I'm just overall dissatisfied with this boosted, hyped up, not good fighter, Canelo. He's not one of the greatest ever. He'll never be a GOAT, in my opinion. He's lost too many fights, in my opinion, that he's supposedly won by decision. I believe he lost to Austin Trout. He got outboxed. Laura could have went either way, but he shouldn't have won it. And I really think the Laura fight should have been a draw. Mayweather, before that fight, made Canelo look like what he is, an amateur. Triple G should have beat him at least once. The second fight, maybe a draw. But if it had to go anyway, I would have gave it to Triple G. And now with Adelaide Bird being on this Jacobs scorecard, scares me. It really scares me. And the only reason why I'm getting this fight and I'm going to do this live commentary for the fight this Saturday is only because I like Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs is a good dude, good role model, overcame a lot in his life to get to where he is. And for that, I am supporting this fight only for Jacobs. But had Canelo been fighting somebody else, I would not even be bringing this fight up because I don't like Canelo. I don't think Canelo's that good. I think he's a hype train. I think he has deluded followers who will just, if Canelo said he could walk on water, they would believe it. That's how deluded they are. Canelo's not that good. He's not the worst, but it's by far not one of the best. And he doesn't even need to be in that category. Now, I would love to say that I believe Jacobs is going to win, but with Canelo, you never know how the scorecards are going to go. So unless Jacobs knocks him out, I'll say this. Any type of close fight, you can guarantee you Canelo's going to get it. Whether Jacobs won by 1 or 2 rounds, Canelo's going to get it. So I'm going to say that right now before my prediction is wrong. If this fight is close, Canelo will get it because he always gets the gifted scorecards. He always gets it gifted to him. Why? Because he's a cash cow and boxing has become Instagram. It's all about image and sales. It's not about skills no more. It's not about the best fighting the best. It's not about being the best. It's about these promoters paying off these judges to whoever can generate the most money and then whatever belt organization backs it. So it's a little eerie to me because I believe at the last press conference, Jacobs didn't have his belt there. So that's like a little eerie foreshadowing to me before I get into this. But how I see this fight going, if Jacob fights smart, he will not engage with Canelo. What he should do to Canelo is what Floyd Mayweather did, and Jacobs is skilled enough where he can do it. Jab, jab, straight, jab, jab, straight, jab, jab, straight. And after every jab, jab, straight, get the fuck out. Keep Canelo chasing you. Keep pop shotting him. Keep him chasing you. Don't go to war with him because the one thing I can say is Canelo can hit hard and Jacobs has been dropped, which against a lesser puncher. So I don't know. With that aspect, Jacobs has got to be very careful on his defense, especially if he gets into a war with Canelo. But I really think that if Jacobs does the game plan, all he's going to do is he needs to make this look like a sparring match. He needs to stay away from Canelo to where Canelo cannot land punches so that it's, well, I don't even know if I can say so that it's so debatable that they can't give it to anybody else but him because I felt Triple G won in Canelo. It was such a landslide. They couldn't cheat Triple G, and they did. So I don't like supporting Canelo fights. And I know I'm not looking at this like I'm supporting the Canelo fight because I'm not. I'm supporting Daniel Jacobs. I believe Jacobs beat Triple G. I believe Triple G beat Canelo. So what I see is you got the man that beat the man that beat the man. And that's how I look at it. I really hope Daniel Jacobs goes in there, jabs and stays away, lands a straight here and there. Got to be careful going to the body on Canelo as Jacobs because you are susceptible to getting knocked down. And in a fight like this, with judges like this that support Canelo like this, you cannot get knocked once on your butt. Because if you do, you could win 11 out of the 12 rounds. And if he knocks you down for one round, he's won the fight. That's all the judges need. It's not going to matter. He's going to win the fight. So Jacobs, stay defensive, stay away from him. I'm not going to do a full fight prediction like I normally do because it's pointless when you know Canelo's on the card and you know that the judges are in Oscar De La Hoya's back pocket. I hope Daniel Jacobs wins. I think Canelo not only gets gifted decisions, but I think that it shows really how much balls he has when he puts a weight clause on it. And the main thing that he was crying about against Mayweather was that there was a weight clause on it. In other words, rehydration clause, meaning you can only weigh 10 pounds heavier by fight night. And here Canelo is doing it to Jacobs when he was the main one complaining about that's the only reason why he lost to Mayweather was because of the weight clause or the rehydration clause, however you want to say it. So Canelo's very hypocritical to me. And I don't care what his resume looks like. I don't care on Boxing Rec who it says he has beat. If you are not a diehard Canelo fan, if you're not on the bandwagon, go back and watch the Austin Trout fight and tell me how Canelo beat Austin Trout when Austin Trout outlanded him in damn near every round. Tell me why Mayweather schooled him so bad. People can say, oh, he was too green. He was too. I believe he had over 30 fights at the time. He wasn't too green. It showed. It showed that he's not on that level. A prime fighter against a aging fighter. And the reason why I've always said Mayweather took that fight against Canelo is because Austin Trout was like a carbon copy / clone that just isn't as good. He's not as fast. He's not as agile. His timing's not as good. His footwork's not as good. But he fights very similar to Mayweather. When Mayweather saw Austin Trout should have won the fight, he took Canelo immediately after that because he knew he had it in the bag. He knew it wouldn't be a challenge. Now, the thing that I'm hoping with this fight, let me get back into it. The Lara fight, now, like I said, that could be argued because it was a very dull fight. Not a lot going on. Canelo, once again, was having problems with somebody who moves, like Austin Trout, like a Mayweather. It could have been a draw. Once again, me personally, if I had to give it to anybody, I would have given it to Lara. Then you come to Triple G. One, there's no way you could give it to Canelo, and there's no way it was a draw. It just wasn't. There's no argument that can be had saying that it was a draw. Triple G outclassed him in that first one. And the thing with Triple G is everybody knows Triple G's age is starting to show. He's one of them guys that aged early, and every fight he's having after, he's looking worse. So in the rematch, he didn't look as good, although he did some good backing up timing, making Canelo come to him, which was baiting Canelo to get knocked out. Unfortunately, he could not knock Canelo out. So it went to the scorecards, and they gave it to Canelo. Now, my personal opinion, once again, if you was going to give Triple G, Canelo 2 to anybody, it would have went to Triple G. I personally saw it as a draw, but if I had to lean towards somebody, I would have said Triple G should have won it by a round. But it was a very close fight, and in the second one, it was definitely, in my opinion, a draw. But to give it to Canelo, ridiculous. So Daniel Jacobs, be careful. Do not let this man hit you. You know if you stick and move, he's no good at that. You know if he has to chase you, he's no good at that. You know he doesn't know how to cut off the ring, so keep him in the center of the ring and circle his ass like a vulture going around dead prey on the highway. That's what you got to do. You got to circle him. Don't look for the knockout. Just keep hitting him, and get out of dodge. Hit him, get out of dodge. Don't let this man land a punch. Try to make him swing at the air. Do not engage. Do not make this a classic fight like you say you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I do believe in a straight-up brawl, Canelo can knock Jacobs out. Canelo has not shown to take the type of damage that Jacobs has. Canelo looks to be more durable than Jacobs. So don't get into a brawl. Use your speed, your height, your length, and you're not going to really weigh much more. So I can't say your weight because of the rehydration clause, aka the weight clause. So yeah, I hope Daniel Jacobs wins, but I cannot say who's going to win or lose because with Canelo, if it goes to decision, Canelo's probably going to win. And once again, I'm doing a live commentary on this fight. It will be live, blow by blow. I'm not going to get into a lot of tangents. Sometimes I interact with the chatters, but I'm trying to paint a picture for you. So if you're listening to me, the difference between me and the other ones are you're going to know exactly what's going on blow by blow, moment by moment. If you haven't seen how I do my commentaries, watch my other videos that say live commentary on it. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Please hit the like and the sub because I got to get up to 1,000 views, or excuse me, 1,000 subscribers because I'm trying to live stream me going into the boxing gym. And as long as I'm in the gym, I'm trying to live stream. But until I get to 1,000 subs, I cannot do that. I have been gaining a lot of subs here lately. So I thank y'all for the newcomers who have been subbing to my channel. Thank y'all once again for watching. Peace.